Hi, welcome to Tech Rems. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a class attendance register like this one in Excel. I'll show you how to format the cells for the present and absent. I'll show you how to freeze the columns and the rows. Then I'll show you how to count the number of present and absent by the end of this video. So stay with me as we go along. First of all, you open your Excel. In the Excel sheet, we are going to leave the first row for now. We are starting from the second row. So on the second row, we'll type SN, the serial number, then the index number, and the name. So I'll select the second and third row of the serial number, then merge and center it, and center align it. I'll do the same for index number and also the names. Now I'll select all and bolden them. Now continuing, I'm going to do this register for 30 days. Means that we're going to mark this register for 30 days. Yours can be more than 30 days. I am starting from 1st January. So I will type 1/1, then Excel gives me 1st January. I'll drag that over to autofill till 31st January. Now, when you get to the last column, you select the column, click on the column, then you drag and select back all the columns that are having the date. You select all of them, hold the Alt key and drag to resize the cells a little bit. So I'll drag mine, minimize it small. All the columns are now resized. Now, on top of the date, I want to have the days. So each date with the day from Monday to Friday without the weekends. I'm going to use a formula. So equal to if, then weekdays, then the first cell that is containing the date, comma, then number 2, meaning starting from Monday. If it's less than 6, then text, then the same first cell, which is D3, comma, then it should give me the first 3 letters of the day in quotation. I'll close that, then comma. If not, then empty, then I'll close it, enter. You see that the cell is empty. It means that 1st January is a weekend. Now, let me drag that over. Then you see that I'm having my days filled. So I'll drag that all over to 31st January. After that, you delete the empty cells, which are the weekends. I'll select the 2 empty columns, right click on it and click on delete. I'll do that for all the empty columns. After that, select all the days, then bolden them, center align them, and give them a fill of yellow. Now I want to select the date below it. So I'll hold down on Shift and press the down arrow key. Now I'll center align all of them. After that, you will now type the index numbers and the names of all the students. We will leave the serial number for now. I have 15 students in my class, so I will type 15 students in my sheet. Now let me zoom in so that you can see it well. So I will resize the names column. I'll double click on the border, then it's resized. Now back to the serial number. I'll come to type the serial number from 1 to 15. I'm going to use a formula for the serial number. So it's going to be equal to, then the row. The first serial number is on A4. So row A4 minus, then the previous cell is row A3. Then the $sign A $3. That's absolute cell referencing. Close it, then enter. I'll double click on the autofill to autofill for all the students, and you can see it from 1 to 15. After that, I'll select the serial number and the index numbers, then I'll center align them. Now it's time to mark the register. So when a student is present, we'll type P. When a student is absent, we'll type A. But we want to distinguish between the two by highlighting. I'll select all the cells that I'll be marking. Then I'll go to my ribbon under the Home tab, go to Conditional Formatting, Then the first option, highlight cells rows. You select it, then click on equal to. In the first field, I'll type P, should be highlighted with. I'll click there and click on custom format. Now the font should be white. Under the font option, I'll select the color to be white. Under the fill, I'll select the green. Select this green. No, I'll select this one, then click on OK. You see that the cell that contains P is now highlighted with green and font color white. We'll do the same for A, which is absent. Now cells that are equal to A, then highlight with, then our custom format, and the fill should be red. Then I'll go to the font option and the font should be white. When you're done, click on OK, then OK. So the A is also now red. I'll center align them, then bolden them. Our cells are now formatted. So you see that anytime I type P, enter, it will be formatted. When I type A, enter, it will be formatted. And it doesn't matter whether it's capital or small. If I type small p, it will still be formatted. When I type small a, it will still be formatted. Now, assuming after marking for the day, I want to know the number of students that were present. So that's total present. So I'll come below the cells, total present. Now, under the day, I'll type this function, equal to count if the criteria. I'll select the first cell, then column, then click on the last cell to select the range, then comma. If it contains P in quotation, then close and enter. It will count the number of P's that are on that column. You can do that for total absent with the same function, contains A, then it will count it. When you are done with that, you can autofill it to the rest of the days so that you know the number of present and absent for each day. Now, if I want to know the number of days each student has been present for the whole month, this is what I will do. After the last column, I'll type total present, enter, then I'll select the second cell to merge and center it, center align it. Now I'll do it wrap text so that it will look nice. Then I'll resize it, then I'll bolden it. Now for the first student, I'll type this function to count the number of P's, equal to count if, then the range, the first cell, column, then the last cell, comma, if it contains P in quotation, close the parenthesis and enter. I'll drag that over to the rest of the students, and there I have it. Now I want to know the number of days the student has been absent for the whole month. So I'll autofill the title, I'll drag it over, then I'll double click and change the present to absent. Now for each student, I'll do this, I'll write the same function, equal to count if, then the range, click on the first column, click on the first cell, column, then the last cell, comma, then if it contains A in quotation, close the parenthesis and enter. Drag it over to the rest of the students. Now select the present and the absent and center align them. Now we go back to our first row. We select the whole row, center and merge it. Now we type our title. Mine will be class attendance register. Then I'll format it. I'll increase the font, bolden it, and change the text color to dark red. You now select the whole sheet. You can use Ctrl A or drag and select all of them. Then you go to the ribbon, click on the borders and give it all borders. You change the font for all of them, Times New Roman, then increase the font to 12. We'll resize some of the columns. Now I'm coming to freeze the rows and the columns so that when I'm scrolling up, the date and the days will still be there. Or when I'm scrolling to the right, the names and the index numbers will still remain so that I can see them as I'm going to the right. To do that, I'll click on the first cell that I mark for the register. Now you go to the View tab, you see Freeze Panels. You click on it, then click on Freeze Panels. Now I have frozen the columns and the rows. So when I'm scrolling up, you see that the days and the dates are frozen. When I'm scrolling to the right, the names and the index numbers are also frozen, so I can see it wherever I go to the right. Now the last thing, assuming there is a day that is holiday, what you do is that select the cells, merge and center them. You click on text direction button. You click on rotate up option. You now type holiday. Enter. And I'll click on it, center align it, bolden it, and increase the font size. And that is it. You have your class attendance register in Excel. You can use this for class or at the workplace to mark attendance. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video has been helpful. If it had, please like and share the video. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more of this content. See you in the next video.